I think this bike proves that any bike can be an adventure bike if you just stop being a little bitch about it.
5 minutes later.
You know what? I don't think there's anything coming. Let's do some U-turns. Oh. Well, it wasn't my intention to come up here while it was raining, but I did say I wanted to do some slow speed counter steering on gravel, and I do always need to work on my slow speed stuff. Accelerating's fine, but maintaining the throttle at a slow speed, it's harder than it looks. Push right, push left. All right. Oh, look down there. Chopping the throttle there, don't mind me. We're going to cross the bridge, but I want to have a look down here. Any bike's an adventure bike if you stop being a little bitch about it. Someone's put up a fucking slide. You know what? That's actually fucking epic.
It is starting. This bike proves that any bike can be an adventure bike if you just stop being a little bitch about it. I mean, just look where we are. Now there is one thing I want to do while we're here. This has got to be some of the cleanest water it's a bit yellow for my liking. I was going to have a drink out of it, but not when it's yellow, hey?
The question is, will I get the CB up there? I know I'll definitely get it up that one. I don't think I will. This is too soft for these tyres, and these bumps are too deep for the ground clearance on that bike, which is less than a handspan. But that's not the side I came down anyway. So it is a bit sandy, but I need to come right up the right hand side there and we'll be right as rain. Look at how wet this seat is. It was supposed to have finished raining. I actually do have like a rainy overcoat for this, but it's just spitting, it's not a big deal. Alright, here goes nothing. You do it, you mighty 125. You ripper. Oh, my bad. It's fine. Look at how slick this... what happened. Oh. Look at this. I wasn't watching and I hit this soft stuff. Fuck me, where did this come from? Look, no wonder I dropped it. Alright, how's the mirror? In one piece. Alright. Let's see. It looks like I've bent this up a little bit. The engine case just looks dirty but undamaged. I think that's the point in having these solid and not bending up. It's acted as protection against drops. And I'm not seeing any moisture under there. Oh. Oh. Okay. So. I'm a little shaken up, to be honest. Well, let's just bear with me, GoPro. Okay. Right. All right, let me walk you through what happened. You can see this is the soft stuff that I hit. Didn't even see it. Oh, I've jarred my pinky finger. So I was coming up here and I think it's really hard to spot when the road's wet, but this stuff is soft sand. So I've hit that and it's just slid. And look at that, that is just sand. And I held it and you can see how the bike's come to a stop here. And this is where I've picked it up from. So it appears that that's all shredded up, but this has done its job. That's a little bit bent and I'm sure I'll be able to bend it back out into shape. But what's happened, because this is a solid bar and they don't fold up, it's acted as vital crash protection for the case here. And I've gone through, and even now that it's been sitting a couple of minutes, there's no cracks or apparent damage to the engine. We've got some scraping up the side here and mud all up the tank, all up the seats. Oh. Yeah, I come off in the soft stuff right here. Didn't even see it. I was on my side before I'd even realised. Because the ground's all wet and it's discoloured. Yeah. I just thought it was solid.
There you go.
And I was only doing about 30 k's an hour, but I was on my side before I'd even realised what had happened. Yeah. Normally this thing handles the soft stuff all right, but it's just because I hit it without even seeing it straight over.
Is it all right?
Yeah, it's all right. These are solid pegs and it's acted as crash protection, so it didn't actually land on the engine.
Lucky.
Oh yeah.
Alright.
Cheers.
Luck,
Alright. Okay. Oh, it's in gear, that's why it won't start. Fucking idiot. Alright. Alright, let me... So, that was a decent hit. And not for nothing, I'm glad that it took exactly that for me to come off. Like, that's fucking nuts. God, I'm sweating. Right, let's see. Wow, what a hit. All right, so I'm not going to bother. Actually, don't be lazy, just do it. So I really did hurt my little finger. That's going to swell up twice the size. Whoa. You fantastic little bike. That is what it took to get this unstuck. Look, that's where the level is. That's at the top of my boot. That's how deep this soft stuff is. And once again, you can see the track where I came up. If it was dry, I reckon I would have spotted that. But I've run into it here, slipped. This is where I skidded and came to a stop right there. All right. Both indicators are working. Okay. Now I'm just walking it off the soft stuff. Don't think I've bent the handlebars at all. At least that didn't happen while I was trying to show off my counter steering technique. Brakes, clutch still works. Oh. Yeah, I can feel the difference. In the foot peg, it's definitely bent. So I have to see what I can do about straightening that out. And now I'm nervous because if there was all that soft, I can't even call that dirt, it was not even sand, it was just dust. All right. I am really shaken up. Thank fuck the GoPro was on. Oh, holy shit. Whew. That's going to make good content, isn't it? All right, that definitely hasn't bent. I think for the most part, That's a little bit out of shape. It took the brunt of the force on the foot peg down here. I'll probably have to get a mallet and smack that out. So at 9.893 kilometres, I had my first serious stack, and I had been thinking, like, I'm approaching my 12-month riding mark and nothing serious has happened, but I'm going to count that as a first one. And I will say, thank goodness I was not going terribly quickly. This foot peg feels funny now. It's ever so slightly shifted to the back. Well, I can't wait to get back and see that footage, to be honest. I'm more excited about seeing what it looked like than relieved I am that I'm not really hurt. I tell you what, all the gear all the time, this is what it's for. This is exactly what it's for. A fall like that on gravel is no joke. So I think we'll just take it nice and easy for the rest of the trip up this track, because I am look, I'm a little bit sore, but I'm running on adrenaline still. I've got to loosen up a bit because I'm riding tense again, and if you're all tied up on the handlebars, the bike feels more unstable than what it actually is. But if you ride loose, like I was doing when I crashed, it's a lot easier to handle. And I do think that if I was riding tense when I crashed, it might have been worse because I might have been jarred a bit more. It is really hard for me to make myself, like, not lock out my elbows after a crash like that, because I do feel nervous now, and the fact that my foot peg is bent out of shape means that the foot brake is in a slightly different, like, position in relation to where my heel sits, and so that's unnerving me as well. There's some more soft stuff, but I was only doing 20 k's an hour then, and it wasn't such a big deal. Yeah, I've definitely hurt my my little finger. I don't think it's broken, just strained, but it hurts to grip the throttle properly. To be honest now, my priority is just getting home in one piece. You can tell how shaken up I am by the fact that I'm not even doing 20 k's an hour right now, but just how quickly I fell over. And normally I'm pretty good at spotting that stuff, but it just goes to show how much harder it can get when the ground's wet and you don't necessarily see those differences in texture or even colour. But the bike still feels good, like I don't think I've damaged anything. But I am looking forward to getting back on the main road, and I think we'll just take it nice and easy there too. I'm going to have to check the exhaust for leaks. I think I can hear one. There's the main road, thank goodness. Now, we're back on the tarmac, and it's raining. My hand is really starting to get quite sore. Aside from the bent foot pad, the bike's fine. Now that the adrenaline's starting to wear off, I'm starting to feel the parts of my body that are a little bit sore. Predominantly, it's my right hand. I think that's where I took the brunt of the impact, but my back right between my shoulder blades is starting to feel a little bit stiff too. So I don't think I've broken any bones, but I've definitely jarred myself. And I do honestly think that my protective gear has done its trick, offered me some form of impact protection, but more importantly abrasion. Even my thin little gloves, I didn't get so much as a scrape. Well, I said it at the time of the crash, but thank goodness I had the GoPro recording. I would have been shattered if I had done that and not caught it on video. Oh no. I just think it's a timely reminder of just how quickly things can go wrong. And why you shouldn't be complacent about wearing like protective jacket, protective pants, gloves. I'm not even going to get into the helmet debate. If you're stupid enough to think you don't need a helmet, we can't be friends.